Hi there, I hope you are well today, and today I would like to work with you a little bit more on the React Simple app. So our React Simple app displays a lot of photos of cats, as you can see, and we have been working on that project earlier. I don't know if you have followed or not the video of my YouTube channel, so I will show it to you. The video is not online yet at the time I will record this, but my YouTube channel is this one, and you just type my full name, Pierre Henry Soria, and you will see the videos if you search for cat, for instance. And so in the previous videos we have been building a nice simple React app showing some cats. So we were using the React Bootstrap, this one, and we were using the simple cat, this guy. We are using that one to display the beautiful photos of the cats. So if you go here again, you see, and the repo actually was this one, CatAPI React Web App Example. That one where I was explaining to you how to build a really simple React app and how it's easy to deal also with a third-party API such as the Cat API. So in today's video, we will be doing something a little bit different. So we will basically continue our application. So we will create new components. So as you can see at the moment, we have cat details, we have cats, footer, home, and top menu. The first thing I would like to do is to create a component, and that one will be the layout.jsx. And in this file, the name of the component will be const layout equals, and here we are declaring our component, and after we do export default and then the name of the function, of the arrow function in this case, and the name will be layout. We could also have done directly the export default layout, or normally export default function, this one, and then doing that. But in my case, or function, and then it's layout, doing something like that. Oh, why it doesn't work? Export default. Oh wait, default. That's the other syntax which I don't use every day. Export default function. Well, let's have a look quickly on the internet. Export default function. That's it, just to show you the other way. So the other way is export default function. Oh yeah, sorry, I just forgot the parentheses. Export default, you see, export default function, and then you do like this, and it's export first, and then default, because it's the default function we are exporting, like that. You see now my ID, IntelliJ in my case, my text editor doesn't complain anymore. But for me, for us, we will just do const layout equals the arrow function, and here we'll have our code. So in our case, we will return some HTML code, and then we do export default layout. So what we will have in our layout? Good question. Well, the first thing we will have is container. We'll have a container, and it will be fluid. So fluid, if you know Bootstrap React, you must be familiar to this. So fluid React, and I will close in the meantime my YouTube channel for now. So fluid, using fluid, it's just about the CSS. Is how it will how much space it will take on the screen. So, obviously a D, if I don't have a D, it will be a little bit hard. So, Bootstrap, beautiful. And here, let's have a look for container fluid. Nice. So it's this one, you see, which is with 100% at all breakpoints. That's a container, so this is the same as doing that in our case. And then what we will have, well, we are going to, so here to be children, because what we are going to do in the app, so in SRC, here, or not in SRC even, in the root folder, we will have here layout. Layout, and here layout, we can remove the fragment because the two arrows you see here, it's a shortcut for the React fragment, and now we can just use layout. And we can import that one from the layout file, the new file we just created. Again, there's no extension because, well, JavaScript is smart enough to know, oh yeah, the extension will be JSX. And I mean the interpreter. And then we have layout now. Now, however, to display what's in between the tag, so here it's an open close tag, and to display what's inside, we are going to do this children, like that. And here we destructure the variable here. So it's the same as doing props dot. And this one will actually be the content. So let's have a look already to see if it works. So let's refresh, you see. So now that works. Now, however, if I remove children, the page will be blank. You see, I don't see anything indeed. So this is how you have a React component with contents inside of it. This is exactly what we do. So you see, props children, it will display just what's in between. It's a reference of what's in between. So for us, it's everything in between. The menu, home component, and then the footer. We can create another component as well, and the other one will be just header.jsx. And header, well, again, we do const header equals like this, and then we can just do export default header. And well, here we can now have our header. So here it will be inline tag, because we don't use we don't use a tag which is open and close. Like here, it's just a inline tag, as we call. So this is inline. You see, it's like a closing tag. So if you check about tags, it's like HTML. It's exactly the same. Inline vs. So if you search block, I think it's not closing auto closing tags. If you search for this inline, so in HTML, for instance, the img tag is a auto closing tag, but other tags are not auto closing. For instance, you have the p tag, and it needs also the p closing tag. So auto closing tag, self-closing, or that's probably the name. What is a self-closing tag? So self-closing tag is exactly this header, for instance, is self-closing. And inside, we will display just, well, we don't have to display much. We can just display a heading. So h4 or h3, all about cats. And then we can add an emoji of a cat. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, now here it is. And then here I will use a fragment, although I don't have another HTML tag at the same level, it's always a good idea to use a fragment shortcut. However, when you do this, you have to import React. That's really important because it's exactly as doing React.fragment. It's exactly as doing this. It's just a shortcut, this one, that one. So I still have to do import React from React. Wait. Expression setter is not assessment. Oh, why? No, it's React with uppercase. Yeah, I believe why I have that. Oh, maybe it's because my ID is just saying, oh, you don't need this. However, maybe I will have another something else. I will have a H5, and then categories. So now the fragment makes sense. It's still showing something. Well, let's see. It shouldn't anyway. So now I have the header, I have the top menu, home, footer. And maybe the top menu, I will just move it before the header. So let's refresh. As you can see, I don't see my header. I think it's because I forgot. Indeed, this is why I have an error. I forgot to return. So I have to use return like this and semicolon here. Now if I refresh, you see, amazing, I see my header. However, I have to center it. So let's do here, or maybe div class name, and it will be text center. Let's see how this works. Oops, I have a little error because h3, or I have to close my div tag. This is why. Nice, you see, now it's centered, and I can also do margin top of 4. So it will be a little bit better. You see margin top 4. And then I can even remove home greeting. Well, I'm not sure. Home greeting, or maybe home greeting could call header. Yeah, maybe we can do that actually. We could do header here, and then we could do greeting would be here. So text equals greeting, like that, and then I can remove this. So it will be like that, and here it will be text, and then I would have categories. So here it will be text. Let's do like that. So text, and again in home I will do greeting. So greeting is header. So in app I will have this instead. Nice. Instead of hello cats, it will be all about cats. So now let's refresh, you see, and if I change my text to the previous one, it will be hello cats now. Nice. You see, we have done some changes. Actually, I will do a git diff to show you what we have already done. So if we do git diff, you see, oh, that's, well, this one we won't commit. I will add actually .idea in my gitignore file, gitignore. So here, oh, misc, so that's perfect. So here we do idea. Do not have that one. So it will be excluded from Git, we won't commit. So here, yeah, we'll just add, I'll do commit. Well, I don't have to commit now. Oh, I still see a diff from ideas because previously I have committed. That's why. And then this one's the package lock. So there are a lot of change. And then what we have done today in app.js. So you see package, by the way, for your information, in package lock, there are always a lot of changes. It's because when we update a package, you have all the information of the package in package lock to lock the current version of the package to avoid any issues when you work in a team, if there's a minor version but they don't have the same version as you, at least you know everybody has the same version thanks to package lock.json. So here in app.js, you have those new imports, and then we have the layout, top menu, home. We now use the greeting in home, but a different one because we are calling the header. So you don't see the other changes, it's because it's a new file. So if you do here, you see src components, you see the new files actually inside of components. So the new files we have added are header, obviously, and then we haven't done any changes in footer for the moment. Top menu, we haven't at the moment either. We can also use the name, like name, app name. We could do that, and here I can do const app name equals, or maybe I can use a constant. I can import. That's even nicer to do. It will clean up, it will make our app a little bit cleaner. So I will do const, or maybe, a new folder first. And the new folder will be constants. Perfect. And inside of constants folder, I will have config.js or information app details.js. So inside of that one, I will have const, and then it will be, export. I want to export the constant. App name equals, and then we add simple app, like this, beautiful, and then export, const, obviously, constant, perfect, like that. And now in top menu, I will import, so app name, I will just import from constants app details. That's a little bit cleaner that way. And I will also have my email inside. So it will be export const email or contact email contact email equals, and there it will be my email, sorry, so at ps7.me, and that one I will also have it here. So it will be contact email, and then I have so I will do like this, I believe. How I will do, it has to be, it will probably have to be like that. And then here I have to import that one. So now I import contact email, and I will do the same for the URL. So again, I will proceed the same way. I will have this. Probably it will be website, author website, beautiful. And here I will do export const author website equals, and then it will be my URL, like this, beautiful. And then I can import that one as well. So let's check if this works properly as we expect. So this one, it works, you see, it's calling my email client, and then about, it's calling my URL. So beautiful. So you see, it works. Well done. By the way, probably in our app details, we can also add the API, the third-party API URL and the API key that we got from where it is, from TheCatAPI. So how to do this? Well, it will be very simple because at the moment we store the API key and the API URL in cat.jsx. So what we have to do, let's just already take these two out. So let's cut them. So Command X or Control X, depending on Windows or Mac or Linux, you know, like PC or Mac. So we just take this one. So take it and let's paste them in app details. So it's src constants app details. And we will change the URL to be uppercase because usually constants we have them as uppercase. It's just a convention. So API key, or here it's API URL, and then API key, perfect. And maximum cats per page, well, that will be different because API URL will be like this. And actually I can use single quote like that and not backticks. And then in here in cats.jsx in components folder, I can do this. So we just do API URL. I will import that one. So, or I have to export them first in app details. So export and then export. Perfect. And so let's go back to cats component. And here we import this one. And then for app key, it should be this one, app key, and I will import, or it's already imported. Let's see in import, yes, I have them, beautiful. So normally this should work. I have the app URL, this one, the API key, so I don't have other, no, that's the only one, and for the URL it's like this. So well done. So now it looks even better. Oh, and one more thing here, it doesn't work actually, simply because we have two slashes and so it breaks the API. So we have to remove one slash here because in API URL we have already one slash, and the API it will return a 404 if we have twice a slash. So we will just remove in cats.jsx in the component, we will just remove the slash here, and so now it should work. Beautiful, it does.